It's been over 20 years since the biggest Sonic game ever, SA2, and fans have been longing for the ending to a trilogy, Sonic Adventure 3, but Sega just never delivered it. Some said Frontiers was the third game, but it wasn't. And today, I'm gonna prove to you that Sega will never make Sonic Adventure 3, because it's probably much deeper than you might think. Firstly, let's establish what Sonic Adventure 3 actually means to the fans, because different people mean very different things. Ideally, I'd say SA3 would be a multiplayer game with a high-stakes story, a Chow Garden reimagined, a cinematic feel, and a serious world. That's the dream. But here's the problem. That dream game is exactly what Sega has been running away from years. See, the first two games in the series were already enormous projects for the Sonic team. Multiple characters, campaigns, and gameplay styles. Development was brutal, and the man who led Sonic team has been open about how difficult it was. Then, the Dreamcast, Sonic's main console, died, and all of a sudden, everything was ported to the GameCube, and after tons of exhaustion, they had to abandon the formula. Sonic Heroes in 2003 was deliberately a step down in tension with simpler gameplay and shorter stories. It helped accommodate for all these new changes in the company. Here's the thing that people forget when looking at SA3. Sega kind of already tried, and it produced Sonic 06. See, it was the attempt to bring back the adventure formula, but it ended as a disaster, considered one of the worst Sonic games ever, not only failing as a result of being rushed, but because the formula itself had problems that they didn't fix. Every time Sega tried the multiple characters, multiple styles scope, it's not worked. Average players just don't want it anymore. And since then, the big idea has just been Sonic. The issue is, if Sega did want to deliver a third adventure game exactly how we wanted it, the game would cost tens of millions of dollars to make, probably even more. They'd need confidence in a large adventure fan base, but we haven't seen enough evidence for a loyal audience in the modern era. It would be a huge risk for them, and the math wouldn't work. But here's what people really don't want to hear. The people who made the adventure games are gone. Yuji Naka, the head of Sonic team, left Sega in 2006, and the majority of the developers from the adventure team have either left Sega or moved on. The devs we have now built Frontiers, Forces, and Lost World, none of which resemble the adventure games. Sega has just generally moved on from the older philosophy of the adventure series, and they need a bigger shift to go back to it. That's just not happening anytime soon. The honest picture, Sega is playing it safe. Superstars for the classic fans, Frontiers for the modern fans, and movies for the media fans. There's nothing forcing Sega to an experimental adventure game, and the closest thing we'll get is what Frontiers is doing right now. But if we'll on SA3, probably not. Look, I get why people want SA3. It means a lot, but that doesn't mean it's possible. Sega's moved on, and the fans just need to go along with it. If you made it this far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye!